Hello, my name is Hadi Sheikh and this is my audience here recording me.
Hello.
Tools and knowledge on the process are both key ingredients in changing your brake pads. My topic for today. I am sure everyone who drives has gotten their pads changed at least once at a mechanic shop. But how about saving money and time, doing it on your own time by learning how to do it yourself? I have found two easy step-by-step sources, WikiHow and Home Depot. However, for this presentation, I used the illustrations on WikiHow because it had better imagery. To do this yourself, however, you will need the tools and proper replacement parts and the knowledge on how to execute it. Let's get started with the tools. So the first thing you will need, obviously, are the correct new brake pads. So brake pads usually come in a package like this. You can get them at your local AutoZone or part shop, and each one comes with two brake pads. So let's say it assumes you're changing one tire's brake pad. So if you're changing two tires, you need two packets. Each one comes with two, and each tire you only use two brake pads. And it comes with a packet of lube that will be discussed later on in this video. As far as tools are concerned, you will need a ratchet and socket set for unscrewing and screwing the bolts in this work, and you will need a car jack. Now every car comes with its own car jack, but I recommend a bigger one because car jacks, built-in car jacks, are normally for just replacing tires, but for changing brake pads you will need the car a bit higher up. Now that you got, those are the only tools you need. So now that you got those, you can start. Make sure the vehicle is cooled down. Now you turn the car off. You wait at least 30 to 45 minutes. Never start the process when the car is still heated. Cool it down, and you can start loosening the lug nuts. Now don't remove them all the way, but loosen them because they're pretty tight and you won't be able to loosen them once the car is high because the tire will spin with the lug nuts when you're loosening them. So you loosen them, don't totally remove them so the tire doesn't get sideways or anything. Once you do that, you lift the car up using your car jack. There's a little surface on the bottom of in front of every tire where you can lift the car up, and you could just with your hand remove the lug nuts after this because you already loosened them. So once you do that, you remove the tire, as you can see, and remove the caliper bolts. Now this is a caliper. The brake pads are inside it. It's basically a casing around the brake pads, and there's a bolt on the top and bottom behind it. And you need to make sure to be very careful, be very safe when you're changing your brake pads. And when you're unscrewing them, just pound the ratchet until it comes loose because these are really tight. And I pulled them when I was changing my own, and my hand smacked that bottom, and it really hurt. So stay safe with that. Once you do that, you'll see the brake pads. There's one on the front, one on the back. They're gonna be a little rusty, a little smaller, but you remove them pretty easily. They just slide out. Once you do that, you're ready for the installment process. Now, for putting the new pads on, you must lube the metal casing so it's easier to put the caliper back on afterwards. The illustration doesn't show it, but you must do that. They easily slide back in. Make sure you're doing it in the correct process. Make sure you're sliding it in the right way, orientation. Once you do that, you can replace the caliper, put the nuts back on, tighten them with the ratchet, put the wheel back on. You'll put the lug nuts on, as you can see by the illustration, and you'll lower the jack, shown in the next illustration. That's how you completely change your brake pads. Now, the purpose of the speech was to visually and verbally teach how to change your own brake pads so you can save money and do it on your own time. You need the right tools and knowledge to do it. I've learned this myself and it saved me tons of money and time, and I feel like it's good for me to pass this knowledge on to others. Thank you.